What's up, man? This is Abebe Lewis, man. You're watching my new show, Behind the Beats. I'm here with the world famous, I'm gonna say it again, the world famous 99 Jamz, Mr. DJ Nasty 305, Mr. OOO, man. Nasty, man, thank you so much, man.
Nah, I appreciate you. Listen, I don't care what you say, because, you know, we talked off camera, but for me, this is like this is one of my biggest honors, like real talk.
Okay.
I got a lot of respect for you.
Yes.
You've been putting in a lot of work over the years. And for you to even just think about a little guy like me,
oh my God,
you know what I'm saying? Like real talk, I really appreciate that.
Well, we know DJ Nasty is not a little guy. We know he's broken records upon records. I mean, before Instagram, you know what I'm saying? This guy has always been a record breaker, and I've always respected his technical aspect of DJing, because, you know, being a DJ, you gotta have good ears, man. And Nasty's ears, if I'm rating it from 1 to 10, man, he's an 11 with his ears. I'm telling you, man, he knows how to mix music. The other night, I stopped by the cave, you know what I'm saying? We had the wonderful Ghost Bar, but you know, I did stop by the cave, you know? And Nasty was there DJing it, and just the way he was mixing, just the records that he put before and after, you can tell technically that this guy's an amazing DJ, man. And I see why he's lasted so long throughout the years, man. Yeah, so, you know, once again, thank you, Nasty, so much.
Long time.
And that transforms right into my next question. Like, what age did you get into music? Like, what age was like when you said, like, yo, this is what I want to do?
They're really, I don't know. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like, yeah. I think when I got to school, well, I always had a knack for music. Yeah. When I was a kid, so I'm from down south. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. I'm from Perrine. I was born in Richmond Heights. I moved to Perrine. Yeah. And what I used to do, I used to get on a bus, because my dad drove the county bus. Okay. So, you know, I give him a little free transfers and all that stuff. And I would get on the bus, I would go to the Metro Rail and get off on North Side, which is 79th Street. Yeah. And I would go to Flea Market USA. Yeah. And go to USA, I had $10 in my pocket. I take $5, I buy a Sugar Hill DJs tape. Wow. Or a Jam Pony tape, one or the other. And then I get a $3 chicken wings and fries, and I'd be right back home. And I go in my room, and I would lock myself in the room, and I would sit there, and I would listen to Al, and I would listen to Slick Vic, and I would just listen until the tapes pop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I had to be, I want to say like 14, 15 when I was doing that. Wow. And I was just doing it. I got lucky, got a car. Yeah. So I never had to catch the bus no more. I used to just drive to the flea market, and I would just buy all these, and I still got them, as a matter of fact. To this day, I still got them. Yeah. Number of tapes, just boxes of tapes, where I literally was studying Uncle Al. Yeah. Just study the things he say, study the way he put records together, and I literally studied him. So I would say between the age of 14 and 15 is when I really like got my knack, and it really was like, yeah. And I didn't know it was gonna turn out into this. Yeah. It was just something I just love to hear, you know, just Al just talk his talk. Yeah. And Slick Vic just talk his talk, you know, and hear all those echoes, and I just got infatuated with that stuff, but I never thought it would land me in a position where I'm at now.
What you like getting into the music and the clubs and DJing, like, was DJing the first thing you did at the clubs, or you started doing something else first?
No.
Like, no, so you start as a promoter, then go to DJ?
The first thing I did was, I used to talk on the mic. Okay. I used to be an MC. Well, not an MC, but I just used to just talk on the mic. Yeah. And the first time I did it, I was at FAMU. I was in college, I was at FAMU. Okay. And the DJ, God bless his soul, his name is Saxwell. Damn,
Saxwell, boy, Miami Nights, boy,
woo. DJ Saxwell. Yeah. So he asked me, he said, well, man, what's your name? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, nah, man, boy, you sound tight on that mic. So wherever I go, I want you to go with me. All right. Yeah. You know, I just, everywhere he went, I went. Yeah. And, you know, next thing I know, he started paying me. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting some money now. Yeah. It wasn't much, but I mean, you know, just the gratitude, you know, I appreciated it. Yeah. So I went even harder. And then I got to a point, I'm like, okay, this mic thing is cool. Yeah. But what you do, everybody focus on you. They don't give a damn about what I do. I want to learn that. Yeah. You know how a kid like, mommy, I want that. That's how it was. Like, you know, I just want that. I want to learn that. So, he actually gave me the basics. Okay. On how to blend, because Sax he called himself the mixer. Yeah. Sax can mix anything. Yeah.
It was no Serato back then. It was
no. No, hell no.
You had to line everything up.
It was literally recycling bins of records.
Yeah.
Mind you, I never had no records.
Yeah.
But he did, and he had, I want to say 8 big ass recycling bins of records.
Yeah.
And he knew what a record broke at. He knew everything.
Yeah, the breakdowns.
He knew it all.
Yeah.
On all those records. So I got infatuated with that.
Yeah.
And I just sit there and just watch him like, damn. And then after watching him, I hooked up with my man DJ Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck, he's from Tallahassee. He used to DJ for Clay D.
Okay, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I hooked up with Chuck. Chuck was at a time where, he was getting a little older.
Okay.
He was still in the game, but he really wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Chuck taught me a lot. Chuck actually gave me an opportunity to touch my first set of turntables ever.
Okay.
And what I would do, I would go in his shed, and you know how you have certain people like bodybuilders, they go work out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, for us as DJs, we would do this thing called working out.
Okay.
So I would just practice. That's really all it is, just practice. But we call it working out.
Yeah.
So I would go in his shed and I would work out for like 2-3 hours a day, just trying to figure out beats and figure out BPMs and what records match with this record and how to create my own little vibe, my own little lane. And it was tough because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But eventually over time I finally got it. And then at that point I hooked up with my man DJ Demp.
Whoa. And
Demp is like, in Tallahassee, he's like the pinnacle of DJs. So he looked at me like I was a nobody. And then, I had to just show and prove. And then once I show and prove, then he really started to take a liking because it was like, it's just my work ethic.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I like you.
Who was the first club to book DJ Nasty and put your name on a flyer?
Damn. I want to say the Garden.
The Garden, where's that at?
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, okay.
So the Garden, funny fact, the Garden is a dance studio.
Okay.
So shout my man Seymour Thompson,
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Okay.
He would take the dance studio and convert it into a club.
Yep, typical Jamaican.
His brother, his name is Halford, he had a sound called Technogard.
Okay.
So, big sound, loud ass bass. He damn near would break the windows or break the mirrors of the dance studio every time he set his stuff up in there.
Yeah.
So he go in there, he set up, and the next thing you know, we just have parties in there.
Yeah.
So how I got on, Chuck was actually DJing a party, and he was like, damn, I gotta go outside, I gotta do something real quick. Nancy, just hold it down for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, huh? He's like, nah, just hold it down for me, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm just thinking about all the stuff I would do working out in the shed. 10 minutes went to 2 hours.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, you left me. But everybody in the party just rocking out.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, man, you good? So like, all right, so he paid me $100.
Wow.
I was like, all right, took my little $100. So the next week, Seymour was like, nah, man, Chuck, chill. Just let Nasty rock. So I came in, I did a whole night, rocked out, no pressure. And I was like, man, I can do it again.
Yeah.
I did it again. Next thing you know, I put my name on a flyer.
Wow.
And it just kept going and going and going. And next thing you know, I ended up in the Moon, which is the biggest club in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
I ended up there, got my own night. Then there's a club, it ain't there no more, but it was called Chubby's.
Yeah.
Me and Demp, we started a night called Nasty Fridays.
Yeah.
And we took that to the roof. We opened Baja Beach Club, took that to the roof.
Baja Beach Club, whoa, man, you giving some names.
Yeah, Late Night Library, took that to the roof.
Yeah.
We damn near did every club in Tallahassee and took it to the roof. And then that led me to get on the radio up there. And again, this is stuff that I never thought in a million years would ever happen to me. But I mean, it happened and God is great.
We do like fan questions sometimes. We did a poll and the most questions all the fans wanted to know is, where did you come up with the OOO? That was like the number one question. Where did DJ Nasty come up with the OOO? Because it is so, like, how do you say? It's so innovative. Like no one, that's something that no one don't have. Like, somebody got some of everything that's just so different,
So this is how it all started. I'll give you the whole full story. So when I was in Tallahassee, they called me Mr. Official.
Official.
So I do this thing called Official, right? So when they called me that, when I left, I came back here and I ended up at Take One night. So my very first night at Take One, I got drunk. And it was a big ass fight. And it was between some dancers, chicks from Miami, chicks from Atlanta. Chicks from Atlanta got their ass whooped, beat down, right? So I'm drunk, and I'm like, oh, and I'm trying to say official, but it ain't coming out because I'm drunk. And I'm like, oh. The owner was like, yo, who the hell is this guy barking? Who is this guy? Yeah, like, man, I don't know who he is, but I like that guy. Yeah. Whoever he is, I like him. They're like, Nancy, what's wrong? Like, man, I don't know. I'm lit. I don't know what happened. So the very next night I went in there again, and the same thing happened again. I got drunk, and I'm like, I'm trying to say official. I can't say it. I'm like, oh. And one of the bartenders was like, I don't know who that guy is, but he is rocking. Yeah. I don't know what he doing, but I rock with him.
So you like stumbled up on it kind of?
Yeah, that was just something that just organically happened. It never was planned. It never was, you know what I'm saying? Like it just happened. And once I realized what happened, I'm like, well, people keep telling me like, no, you need to rock with that. So I'm like, okay, well, we gonna keep rocking with it.
So, you know, we know you work hard. We know you was grinding nasty. Yeah. So how did you land such a great opportunity at 99 Jamz? Like, how did that just come avail? You know what I'm saying? Well, how did it happen?
Well, after being on the radio in Tally, and I came home, I hooked up with my man Big Will. God bless Big Will.
Oh God, R.I.P. man.
You know what I'm saying? I hooked up with Will, and how I hooked up with Will was through my man Dewberry. God bless Dewberry.
God bless.
And Dewberry was a promoter doing parties like down south. Yeah. And Will used to work for him. Mm-hmm. So I came home and I got a flyer and I called the number on the flyer and I was like, hey, you know, I'm such and such nasty. And, you know, I'd love to come rock out one of your parties. He was like, yeah, I heard of you before. He's like, well, you know, you gotta come to one of my parties, you gotta play for free. And I was like, man, there ain't no pressure. I come for free, I do whatever you want me to do. Yeah. I'm just trying to get on. Yeah. So over time, you know, I got on over time, and me and Will ended up like getting real tight. Yeah. And Will was working at EDR. Mm-hmm. So when Will was working at the station, what he would do is he would put little plugs in to the program director, which is Derek Baker at the time. So him and DB, they was real tight. You know, they both from Carroll City. Yeah. So, you know, they were real tight, and, you know, they just, you know, just throw ideas at each other, and Will would always just throw nasty. You know what I'm saying? This kid nasty, like, he the real deal. Like, he gonna be the next one, nasty. So now my name floating around the building, everybody like, who is this kid nasty? Yeah. So Suicide, bless up Suicide, he heard who I was. Okay. And I met Suey, and when I met Suey, then, you know, we kind of clicked up, and then I found out him and Will was cool. Yeah. So it was a little vibe. Then I found out about the whole Fat Man thing, so I ended up hooking up with Doc Fresh. God bless Doc Fresh.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Woo.
Yeah.
Yo, so these people are like foundation Miami. These guys are before Instagram, before Twitter and all this stuff. These guys were the guys in the streets. And they was actually cool dudes because, like, if you actually put the work in, it was no ego, it was no drama. They didn't care how many followers you had. If you could rock a party and you could bring people, they was dealing with you and messing with you, man. Believe it. So, you know. So yeah, I hooked up with all of them. Yeah. And then, you know, me and Suicide would talk about radio every now and then. Not really much, but me and Will, we really, you know, I was like, man, you know, I was doing my thing in Tyler. I was like, boy, I'm home, and if I ever got on an opportunity to get on EDR, I was like, that'd be the business. And then, you know, before we can like really make it happen, Will passed. Oh man. And once he passed, Derek remembered, he kept talking about this kid nasty. But what I would do is, like, wherever the station was, I just popped up and just showed up. Yeah. Like, I'm here. You know, everybody like, who the fuck you are? Excuse me. Like, we can curse on here, man. We all legit. We cursing.
Like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. So, you know, I would just pop up, just show up, and just be there. Yeah. You know, there'd be a remote broadcast, I'm just there. The station here, I'm there. Khaled playing somewhere, oh, I'm there. Yeah. Like, who is this guy? Like, he show up everywhere. Like, who is he? And so one day, Griot found out who I was. Yeah. And Griot was talking to Derek, and they were, you know, it was like, you know, we're gonna give him a shot. Mm-hmm. We'll give him an opportunity. So I got a call, and they're like, man, we need you to come in on a Sunday. Yeah. Man, shit, I come in, any day of the week. I come in on Sabbath day. It don't matter to me. Let's go. I'm ready to rock. Like, let's do it. So they gave me 10 minutes on EDR on a Sunday night show with Griot and Robo Snap. And that was the worst 10 minutes of my life. And
Why? What happened?
Because like anytime I play, like my palms never get sweaty.
Okay.
I never. So I'm just, I just do my thing.
Yeah. That
particular day, you'd have thought somebody poured running water on my hands. I was sweating so bad because I was just that nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I did my little 10 minutes. They're like, man, you bodied it. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Because you know your potential.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a call. Derek called me the next day, like, yo, man, you was dope. Why don't you come back next week?
Yeah.
I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, come back next week. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna kill it next week.
Yeah.
So I got on and did my thing, and you know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody was out, they would just call me and ask me if I could fill in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I could fill in. I do whatever you want me to do. So that's what I would do. And then next thing you know, they gave me a shot, they gave me an opportunity, and we've been rocking ever since.
How many years has it been at Jamz?
11 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 years.
That's a big accomplishment now.
2009 from nothing.
Yeah.
To now, I got my own show.
Yeah.
Me and my man Big Mac.
Big Mac. What's up, Mac?
We rock out every night on the Pack Jam. And then now I'm rocking with Trick and Trina on the morning show.
Yeah, which is good friends of yours. You've seen them come up from the start to everything.
Trick is my godbrother. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
And Trina used to date my godbrother.
Okay.
So it's like a whole
family affair,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And I think from the technical aspect, what DJ Nasty brings to Jamz is just that hometown sound. Because when you're dealing with Miami, we have a sound, just like Atlanta has a sound, and it's like there's not a lot of DJs that can, emulate what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like Nasty is like that restaurant that you go and just, got the best fried chicken, or everybody got the same chicken. I always say analogy, like everybody makes chicken, but certain places got the best fried chicken, and that's what I think about Nasty, what he does and everything like that, so.
It's just the crib. I mean, when you, like I said, when you listen to guys like Uncle Al, when you listen to him and just understand what he stood for and understand how hard he went for the crib, it just make you feel like you got a purpose. Yeah. And it make you feel like, okay, well, now I feel like I'm on the clock. Yeah. And I gotta do something for
it's
the
your
crib.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta make it happen. Even guys like Will, Doc Fresh, Suicide, Cool G, all them cats, they did the same thing. Yeah. Khaled, Ari, same thing. Like they put on for the crib.
It's just certain records that I don't hear nowhere else unless I'm at a DJ Nasty party. You know what I'm saying? And then it just and it brings back that that time. You know what I'm saying? That space when you had clubs like Miami Nights. Give me some old Miami clubs, man. While you at it, man. Give me some names, man.
Chris Styles. Luke's, Miami Beach. Yeah. Miami Nights, Club Steel, Banana Joe's.
Banana Joe's, boy. Whoa.
Club Life.
Onyx a little bit, but that was like newer old,
Level on the beach, Club Bed, it's right next to Level.
So Be Live, yeah.
So Be Live, man, I can go on for days. Yeah. Like just the what I call the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to the city, but Miami is nothing like how it used to be back in the day.
I completely agree.
Nothing.
Yes.
Like opium, the real opium.
The real. No top on the club. Like you know what I'm saying?
No roof.
No roof. The trees all in there.
Yeah, like that was the real opium.
The Nav video was in there.
The Nav video was shot in there. Yeah. Ari used to be in there in the glass room.
Yeah. Pre-Vade. You had all the different rooms.
Man, Ari used to be in that room, tearing that room down.
Yeah.
Khaled would just pop out, go into the garden, and you hear lean back for 2.5 hours straight. Or I swear, you know I ain't lying.
Come on, man.
And somebody dropped Khaled tonight, man. You hear a record for an hour straight in the club. People like, yo, what is this, bro? Yeah. They loved it. But I mean, those are the things that I remember about the crib, and I try to emulate, or I try to incorporate all of that stuff into my game. So it's like, well, when I drop new music, or if it's a record that I believe in, or if it's an artist I believe in, I make it my business to make sure that the people believe in it, because I always patting myself not to play BS.
Yeah.
And I think that over the years that people have learned to trust me.
Yeah.
And know that I'm not gonna feed them BS.
Yeah. Do you think back then, because the way you talking, like every DJs was like more like together. Yeah. Do you think it's still like that, or you think it's? Because I
think it's cliquish.
Yeah.
I think certain DJs, certain DJs here and over there. I don't think people work together like how it was back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, everybody worked with everybody. Like Al would go on the beach and he would work with Mauricio and Cool G. You know what I'm saying? Or Cool G would be out here, the old hard rock. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? You'll have guys like Suicide just pull up, show love. Yeah. And Tice would just show up and, you know what I'm saying, pull up and show love. 360, all them cats, you know.
Do you think there's a difference with like DJing now? Like, do you consider them DJs? Not everybody, but you know what I mean? Like the Serato guys to like you with the DJ art skill. Nah. Do you think there's a difference?
Big, it's a major difference. I think the Serato DJ, honestly, it's a cheat sheet. Okay. You can't really formulate any ideas on the fly because you got a playlist right there just sitting there for you. Yeah. And all these DJs now, they just scroll through the playlist. Yeah. Scroll through the playlist. That's it. Yeah. Like you can't get creative and you know what I'm saying, go to the break of a record. Yeah. You cheat and do it now. So it's like, oh, let me just set my cue points and I'm good. Nah, see, back in the day, you had to mark your record. Yeah. And had to know what part the needle hit the thread, exactly what a break is. You had to know that. Yeah. You don't look at a computer screen. Like those are the things that I miss. I miss like when I had to fly to New York to get records. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be in Tallahassee. Yeah. I fly to Brooklyn, I would go to Beach Street because nobody had this particular break record that I wanted. Yeah. Nobody had it. They had it. They had a press, an actual vinyl press. Yeah. And if they had the record, they would press the vinyl up for you and they give it to you what they call white label. Yeah. I miss all of that shit. Because now it's easy. You just sit back, download. Yeah. I got the record. Yeah. So it ain't really nothing special about it, but it is something special when I touch it.
Now I'm telling you, when I go to your parties, Nasty, and I ain't been out, you know, COVID in a while, but we went to your party the other day, and it's like we came back and went to the studio. We had got so many ideas. Yeah. I've heard records that I didn't hear in so long, and I saw reactions to records that just boggled me. I'm like, yo, look at this record. This is like a semi-local record that's got the whole club jumping, almost bigger than a Chris Brown or a Drake record. Look at that. And this is like a semi-local record, you know? So it's like, your ear is golden. Nah, and I want to let you know that.
People don't, I feel like people just don't have the courage to take the chance on local records. Yeah. I don't have no problem with it. Yeah. And I think that's what has lasted me. God is great, but I think that's what's lasted me in the game so long because I don't have no problem taking no chance. No. And I mean, of course, everything ain't gonna be a home run. Yeah. But at least I took the chance. Mm-hmm. And if the crowd don't like it, it's my job to make them like it. Yeah. And it's my job to beat it across the head until they like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you got a kid do something wrong, you try to instill into the kid, this is the right way to do it. Yeah. I try to instill into my crowd, this is a hit record. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So before you leave, you're gonna know this is a hit record. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, those are the things that I picked up watching Khaled, watching bigger rankings out of Jacksonville, watching Dimp. There's a lot of DJs that I just respect. Yeah. And, you know, it's just little things that, you know, that I just like and I just incorporate them into my own game, you know what I'm saying?
So, you know, segueing into this question, what's next for DJ Nasty? What's some new ventures you got going on or you want to speak on, and, you know?
I just did a deal with Remy.
Okay, big time, that's nice.
So I did a deal with Remy Martin. So be on the lookout for some things with Remy Martin. Okay. That was real smart of them to do that. Yeah. Thank you, Remy.
Yeah. As Khaled said, that was real smart. Yeah, real smart of you.
I'm just saying, very smart. So I got that. I got some records I'm getting ready to drop next year. Okay. I may actually drop an EP next year. Okay. I'm still trying to, I'm mind playing myself. Okay. If I want to do it. Yeah. I dropped one record a couple years back, did pretty good. Yeah. So, you know, I was just really testing my waters.
Okay.
You know, just put my feet in the water, just testing it out. Worked out pretty well. Shout out to Big D and Lamb. Thank you. So, yeah, we gonna actually drop some more records this year, and I got some artists that I'm gonna start rocking with too. So
definitely.
Be on the lookout for that.
So I know, you know, it's COVID, it's the pandemic. Like, has it helped you, this COVID, or hurt your business, or like how did you do through the pandemic? Not like it's over, but like how did DJ Nasty make it through the pandemic?
Well, I think I was smart. It hurt everybody, but I think I was smart. A lot of DJs and a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon of the virtual game.
Okay.
So let me get on IG Live, let me get on Facebook Live, let me get on Twitch, let me get here, let me get there, and do things in the comfort of my home. But the problem is with that is you have all these virtual people.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you popping.
Yeah.
You don't know if a record popping. You don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different
aspects to that. Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not real.
Yeah.
So for me, I was smart about it. I said, well, you know what? I can give people just a dab.
Yeah.
Some people go on every day, all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I said, you know, I throw a live here.
Yeah.
A live there.
Yeah.
A live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not too much. So when I did go live, it gave people a lot of anticipation. Like,
they was excited.
Shit, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I was like, nah, let me just chill. So it hurt me in the aspect of course, like with us all.
With the clubs.
I lost money and you know, I lost a lot of clubs. But it helped me because I was able to really sit back behind the scenes and really mold my brand.
Okay.
Really mold myself as a DJ, as a better DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just put a lot of different things in perspective. A lot of business ventures that I wanted to tap into. I got my mind right now to tap into them. Yeah. So, like I said, it hurt, but it helped at the same time. So, COVID wasn't a bad thing. I mean, it was. Yeah. But, I mean, for me professionally, it was actually a good thing. It was a good thing for me.
What's one thing that the people don't know about DJ Nasty? What's like one thing that you would like let them in, be like, they always think I'm this, but they don't even know I'm, or what's one thing?
I play poker.
You see? You learn something new every day.
Nah, like I play a lot of poker.
Okay.
A lot of poker. Like when I have downtime, which is rarely ever. Yeah. But when I do, I play poker. Okay. Like I sit down and, you know, like normally on my days when I'm like just off and I'm just chilling, I ain't doing nothing. Yeah. I'll go maybe to the Hard Rock or something like that, and that just really eases my mind. And the thing about poker, what people don't know, it makes you think. Yeah. It puts you in a lot of mental situations. I
get what you're saying.
So you know, it kind of help you, you know, how to duck and dodge, and you know, if you need a bluff, you know how to bluff. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a thought process, I mean, it's very relaxing.
Like mind exercise.
It's therapy. Yeah. Like I look at it, for me, being very therapeutic. A lot of people, they look at it as, man, I gotta go blow $1,000. Nah. Yeah. $200. Yeah. I mean, leave you out of there with $2,000. But yeah, for me, it's just very therapeutic, and I just relax and I just get to chill, and you know, I'm just very comfortable. Yeah.
I want to segue into my next question. I'm 18 years old, right? I just graduated high school. My mom wants me to go to college, but I want to be a DJ. Give me some advice.
Go to college. Go to college. No, so that happened to me. It actually happened to me. I was 17. I just graduated high school. I never had a turntable. Never had a piece of vinyl. I mean, my mom and my daddy, you know, they had a little old school record players, you know, old that type of shit. But I never had turntables. Yeah. Never had a mixer. Never had none of that. So I got to college, and when I got to school, I went to the club, went to the Moon, and heard Dimp. And when I heard Dimp, I'm like, oh shit, he sound like Al. Yeah. Oh no, I definitely got to be a DJ. No, I want to be a DJ. I don't care what I got to do. I want to be a DJ. And my family looked at me like I was stupid. We paying all this money for you to go to fam and you want to be a fucking DJ? I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Like I want to. And you know, then I got to a point I was like, you know what? I don't need your money. Yeah. I'm gonna figure this thing out.
Okay.
And that's when we really got on our grind and we really, like we started hustling because at that point, now I ain't got no money for school. Yeah. I gotta figure it out. Yeah. I got a credit card here, fuck my credit up, it's cool. Yeah. 1 turned to 2, turned to 3, fuck my credit up bad. Yeah. But I had to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And once I got lucky enough to get an opportunity to attempt to figure it out, it was all systems go after that. Yeah. All systems go, but I mean, real talk, if it's something that you love and it's something that you have a passion for, you got a desire for it, go for it.
Pursue your dream,
Definitely do it. I mean, cause I did it.
Yeah, and you did it, and you still doing it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, God is great.
God is definitely
I'm definitely still in the game, you know what I'm saying?
So we see the big We the Best chain right there, man. Tell us your affiliation with the DJ Khaled, the Don Dada, the Don Gargon, the Don, all the Don. Yeah. Tell us your affiliation with DJ Khaled.
He's not a Don anymore. He's a dad.
Is that?
So it'd be Daddy Khaled. So I want to say this was back in 2016, 17. I was just hustling. Yeah. Just doing my thing, and at that time, I was doing nights. I was doing a night show. And, you know, every time Khaled called me, yo, Nash. You know how you talk. Yo, Nash, I got this new DJ Khaled. Yo, Nasty, listen. I got this new DJ Khaled. Yo, Nash, I'm telling you, yo, Nash gonna be big. Yo, Nash is gonna be big. I'm telling you, he's gonna be, yo, Nash, I got this new DJ Khaled, Drizzy, Drake, Nasty. I'm telling you, Khaled, bro, say no more. Yeah. Say no more. So, no, Nash, listen, I'm trying to tell you, Nash, I got this Drake, it's called For Free. Nash, I'm telling you, it's gonna be the biggest record ever. Yo, Khaled, stop. Yeah. I got you. Don't worry about nothing, I got you. So anytime you drop a record, I used to go nuts, just cause. Cause Khaled was one of those guys I looked up to. Yeah. And I used to go nuts. Yeah. So one day he called me, he was like, yo, Nash, I want you to come with me. I was like, come with you? Like, yeah, J1's gonna give you the info. I want you to rock with me. Okay. So One's hit me up and was like, yeah, he wants you to come to Nova. Okay. He had a show at Nova. And so I was like, well, I gotta work. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Yeah. Yo, Nash, don't worry about it. We got you. You with us. So he made a call. Yeah. And next thing you know, Nasty, just take off tonight. I'm like, huh? No, just take off tonight. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I go over to Nova. When I get in there, yo, Nash, yo, what's up, Nash? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. And the next thing you know, he walking out on stage, he does his thing, and he stops in the middle of the show. Yo, I want to bring out my man. You hear him on the radio every night, 99 Jamz. Yo, he took my spot. Yo, he killing it. Yo, my man. Yo, and he's We the Best. Huh? What? It's DJ Nasty. Yo, Miami Nat. Because the other Nasty from Orlando, he was there. Yeah. Because, you know, he DJ for Cal. Yes. So like, yo, my man, Nasty, DJ Nasty, yo, Miami. Yo, Nova, make some noise for Nasty. He's We the Best. Yo, he's We the Best. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, what just happened? I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you know how Khaled is.
And the next thing you know, he kept performing. Yo, Nash, you my brother. Yo, Nash, yo, you We the Best. Yo, Nash, you We the Best. I'm like, okay. And then I want to say my birthday, I get this package in the mail, and I open the package up, and it was this. Wow. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I called him. Yo, Nash, happy birthday, bro. I'm supposed to be there. Man, you see him on this bus, I'm hustling. But now I just want to make sure, you know, no, Nash, you We the Best. Like, you're We the Best. Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, well, that's what it is. We the best. And, ever since then, like, we've been rocking tough. Like, Khaled was one of those guys, he gave me a very hard time. Yeah. because, you know, I get it. I understand why he did it. It's really more of a, you got to keep hustling. Yeah. You got to keep grinding because
usually the ones that really get the brunt of it is those real good ones. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you are Master, you very exceptional.
I got it.
I can't name one DJ that's like you from Miami. I cannot name one. I cannot name one tough. That's even close that can do what you do, because I done been in parties where you just go straight hour in reggae, and the girl or the guy next to me straight Jamaican, like, yo, is this guy Jamaican? Like, hey, how does he know?
Yo, that happened to me one time. Like, I was in the club, I'll tell you this, that happened to me one time. Somebody came up to me like, yo, bro, you sound like Waggy T. I said, huh? He's like, nah, bro, you sound like Waggy T. I said, nah. I said, yo, don't ever disrespect me like that. Yeah. Waggy T is a god. He's
yes, he is. Yes, he is. Big up Waggy T, man.
Don't ever put me? Yeah. Wag? No. Yeah. Hell no. Yeah. So Waggy came to the station with me one night. He's like, yo, Nasty. Hey, yo, big up yourself, Nasty. And so, you know, I don't understand what he be saying half the time, but I kind of got that he was saying like, big up. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, Wag. I'm like, yo, damn, Waggy, like me, like, yo, Nasty, like, you know, big up, you know.
Nah, I'm a Jamaican, man, and you be dropping records like I would never in a million years think you would even know to play. You know?
It's all about just knowing your craft. Yeah. It's just taking pride in your craft, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my craft, this is what I want to do, this is what I love to do. Yeah. So I got to be proficient in all phases of the game, you know what I'm saying? I can go to a country party and we'll achy breaky heart that bitch out all night. We can go to a Haitian party and people, we can kumpa and we can do it all night. We can go on the beach and do one of them pop party. We can do it all night. Like it don't matter to me. Like it don't matter. Old school, new school, just came out. It don't matter. Like it don't matter. And we're gonna put it together. Yeah. And I'm gonna incorporate all of that stuff and everything that I'm trying to break and all the new artists that I'm rocking with. We gonna incorporate all of that. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna rock with it.
Definitely. I know you've worked with some of the biggest artists, man, from Trick Daddy, to Trina, to Khaled, to Two Live Crew, Uncle Luke, everybody, right? Give me some. What's some good experiences? What did you feel now that you see like where you're at now and where you came from with them a long time ago? Because I remember working with Trick Daddy on that first album to what he's doing now, and Trina back then when we didn't even know she was going to be an artist, and then she became an artist, and just so much.
When I first got
JT Money, don't let me forget about JT Money, and Poison Clan, and all them boys.
I used to work with a lot of people. Yeah. When I first got on with Trick, I was scared. Yeah. He didn't really know who I was. Yeah. He knew of me, but he didn't know. But I was scared. Yeah. Because, you know, Trick, back in them days, he was getting the shootouts.
Yes, he was.
I used to be scared as shit. Like, God, please don't let it happen. And, it happened. Yeah. A couple times.
You toured with Trick?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was very nervous around him. But, but I learned a lot. Okay. The Two Live Crew thing was that was inspirational to me because I grew up listening to the Two Live Crew. Yeah. And it was so crazy that not the original, but the Two Live Crew, everybody know I'm the last tour DJ. Wow. So before Wan passed, I was the last tour DJ. Wow. And that's a big deal. That's history.
Big deal. History, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm forever grateful for them. Shout out to Marquise, Debo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that gave me an opportunity. Yeah. I'm grateful for that. People don't know, I DJ for Luke now. Yeah. Tour with him now. He ain't really been touring that much lately because of COVID or whatever, but he's still out there. I used to play for T-Pain. Wow, yeah. I used to tour with Pain. First time I went to jail, well, not the first time, but one of the few times I went to jail was with Pain.
T-Pain, you went T-Pain. Yeah, wow, what a story. I got to hear this story.
Yeah, we went to Jamaica. Well, I was on probation. Okay. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be out of the country, but that was my first time ever going to Jamaica. I was like, man, fuck this, I'm out. I'm going to Jamaica. And went over there, had a ball, and we were like, man, fuck it, let's just not come back. Yeah. I was like, man, fuck it, let's not come back. Yeah. I'm game, let's do it. Because I knew I knew if I came back, I was going to jail. I already knew it. Yeah. So I was like, man, fuck it, let's stay. So we tried to stay, and the driver driving us back to the airport, and the people at Air Jamaica was like, who am I my God, it's T-Pain. Stop the plane. No, we like, let the plane go. No. They ran us through security. I got on the plane. I'm like, fuck, I think I'm going to jail.
You made it.
Oh yeah, we made it. We had a show the very next night in Charlotte. So we had to fly from, where we at, Montego Bay?
Yeah.
From Mo Bay here, and then we supposed to go to Charlotte. Got here, Customs got my ass. Customs got my ass, and I was like, fuck. But Pain was, that was like, at that time, he was really breaking out.
Yeah.
So he was like the first artist that I toured with where he was really, really like, you know what I'm saying?
Shorty was out.
Sprung was popping.
Okay, oh man, big record.
Sprung was popping.
Yeah.
I'm in Love with a Stripper was really bubbling. This is before Shawty.
Yeah.
This is before any of them records.
Yeah.
Like it was really, like I'm in Love with a Stripper was bubbling.
Big, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we was all over the place, and the next thing I know, I went to jail, and I stayed in jail like 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. 6 months.
Ooh.
Stayed in jail and
sick. DJ Nasty got bars, man.
Yeah, no, real bars.
He got his stripes, boy.
Real
6 months in jail, DJ Nasty.
Yes,
Whoa.
I did my little time and got out, and I was so lost because it was just so much that Pain was doing. I was so lost.
Yeah.
I like, I can't. I be disrespecting you.
Yeah.
If I was to jump back out on the road like that, I don't know what the fuck going on. So I hopped off. I ended up going out with Bobby Shmurda for a little while.
Okay.
When Hot Nigga was damn near at his peak.
Yeah.
I was on the road with him. I did so much. Like it's a lot of shit. JT Money. Yeah. Man, it's a lot. Ball Greasy, Briscoe. Man, it's a lot.
Man, you got a lot of history, man.
Yeah,
you got a lot of history.
Shit, yo.
Like you don't think about it until you actually sit down and actually talk to you.
Like
you done work with every artist, damn near every record label. You did it at every club in damn near Florida. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's amazing, man. Nasty, I want to say thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
He got a whole staff. He got all the bosses from 99 Jamz out here in the audience chilling. You know what I'm saying? Nikki, Jill, what's up? You know, thank you for letting me interview the big man, DJ Nasty. You know,
we just vibing. We just vibing, man.
But you watching my show Behind the Beats. I'm here with I know he hates it, but he is the world famous DJ Nasty. He is like I can't even compare him to nobody, but he is our unsung hero. When you see him, you show him respect in the streets. You show him love. But man, Nasty, man, we got to, man. People like you keep certain records alive. You keep DJ Uncle Al's name alive. You keep, it's so crazy that you mentioned that.
Yeah. I'm the only DJ, well, let me not say that.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few that never forget September 10th. I never forget that, and I never forget his birthday, August 14th. Never forget those days. Those days are very, very, those are very touching days.
Yeah.
And I get it, you know, you have programming, but I cancel all programming.
Yeah.
And I get in trouble. What's up, Jill? I get in trouble. But I mean, you know, it's Al.
Yeah.
And if I got to get in trouble for Al, so be it.
So be it.
It's all good. Like, I'll take those stripes. I'll take those what marks. For Al, just whatever.
No, I got to meet Al a couple of times as when I first got in the game. You know, it was all about, we wasn't doing hip hop, we were doing booty back then. So I started doing booty music when I first got there. My dad let me do a compilation, and I was lucky enough to get a song from Al, and I spent some time with him at Studio Center. It was a good vibe, and you know, he was an A-class person, you know what I'm saying, very good dude, and it was just a very good vibe, man.
Yeah, even his son, like me and his son, we were real tight.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I met his mother for the first time. I met her at the Overtime Music Festival.
Okay.
I want to say last year. I think it was last year I met her.
Okay.
And she damn near cried when she met me.
Wow.
She's like, you always keep my son's name alive. I appreciate you. And I'm like, you don't know what your son did for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't even know what he did for me.
Yeah.
Because I never had the opportunity to meet him. But if I was to talk to him, like, I would be one of those guys, I would just sit down and I would just sit back. I wouldn't say a mumbling word, and I would just watch and just learn. And you know what I'm saying? Like all the guys that I respect and love, that's all I used to do. I used to just sit back, never said a word.
And just study the game.
I just studied, you know what I'm saying? Bigger rankings. If the story that I would tell you, the things that I would have to do just to go watch this man, like literally I would drive 2.5 hours every weekend. When I was in Thailand, I used to drive and I knew he was at, oh, I'm there. I'm there. Give a damn how long I had to wait in line, I didn't care. I'm there. And I would just sit back and just watch and be like, damn, one day I'm gonna be like that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be like that. Like, he's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And even guys here, like I watch Funk Master Ali, God bless him, Walt Love, you know what I'm saying? Suicide, DJ Spoon, like it's Recon. There's so many guys that I just sat back. I ain't never say nothing. I just sat back, humble, watched, learned, and just waited for an opportunity. And every time I had an opportunity, we made the best of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made the best of it. And like I said, Khaled, same way. Like he gave me an opportunity to be on the BET Hip Hop Awards. And you know, it was an opportunity. I took full advantage of it. So you know what I'm saying? Like we've done a lot. We've done a lot, and we got a lot more to do. And it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody watching, like I'm telling you, if you got a dream, go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it.
You heard DJ Nasty, man. You watching my show Behind the Beats, man. We here, we signing off. We may come back. We're gonna bring Nasty back. You know, tell some more history, tell some more stories.
Nah, man, we got a lot of history.
This man got a lot of stories, a lot of history. You know, you young DJs, like, how do you say, like, learn your craft. You know what I'm saying? Learn about DJing, learn about like your genre, learn about the history of DJs. When you see Nasty, respect them, ask him questions. Don't bother him too much, but like you say,
bother me.
Study him. Study how he plays.
Bother me. And I will say this, do not be afraid to use this word. No. Do not be afraid of that word. People will respect you 1,000,000 times more if you say the word no. If you can't do it, say no. If you don't like it, say no. A lot of people don't know, like I went through a lot of shit in my career. And I had a lot of things that happened to me in my career because I used the word no. But after using the word no, my respect level went to a whole nother level. Because of the fact of maybe I didn't do it when people wanted me to do it, but when the smoke cleared, they respected the fact of why I said no.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't see those things when you're in the heat of the moment. But
like you said, when the smoke clears, you know.
When that smoke cleared and you go through those bumpy roads and trials and all the craziness that you got to go through, you'll realize and understand what that no meant. And that no may have helped you grind a little bit harder. That no may have helped you take your shit to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just encourage, like, don't be afraid to say the word no. DJs, when you're talking to artists, if you don't like a record, tell them no. I think people in the game would respect people a lot more if they just said no. Or they say, I can't do it, or I don't like it, or whatever the case may be. Or it's not a hit, or you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not playing it, or no, it don't fit what I'm trying to do. People respect things like that 1,000,000 times over. Instead of you bullshitting them and lying to them and all that. Like people just respect it 1,000,000 times over. So, and those are things that I had to learn over time. You know what I'm saying? But again, God is great, and I learned it. And a lot of people in this industry respect what I do, and they respect my ear. They respect the talent, you know what I'm saying?
I respect your ear.
And we gonna win, man.
Definitely.
We gonna win.
So we signing off, man. We here. DJ Nasty, we at the wonderful Ghost Bar. He took his time out tonight.
I'm gonna have some drinks.
We got some drinks right now.
Go get loose on the goose, damn it.
Shout out to 99 Jamz, Cox Media Group, man, Jill Estrada.
6 a.m., 10 a.m., Trick or Treat in the Morning Show, 7 to 10 every night, except Friday, Set was 10 to midnight, whatever. Pack Jam, you know how we rock.
Nasty, tell them how they can find you on social media.
At DJ Nasty 305 on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Christian Mingle, blackpeople.com, MySpace. I still got a MySpace page. My website, www.djnasty305.com. Everything is DJ Nasty 305. Everything. LinkedIn, DJ Nasty 305. Everything.